for goal setting workshop, man. Get ready. Put on your middle track shoes, baby. This is going to be fun, man. I'm so excited about this. And I'm just going to tell you about this training as I start off. The goal setting workshop. This was me when I went to a goal setting workshop in 1996. Okay. 1996, July of 96, I was 17 years old. I went to a goal setting workshop by a gentleman by the name of Jim Rohn. And I saw that goal setting workshop. And I can tell you I got started in February, March, April, May, June, July. 6 months in, okay? 6 months into my network marketing career, I'd made a whopping $12.63, okay? $12.63. The next 6 months, I made $147,000, okay? $147,686.53, right? That training is what changed my life. I'm telling you right now, I can remember like it was yesterday. It was actually at the Anaheim. It was not Anaheim Convention Center. It was right next to Anaheim Convention Center at the Disneyland Hotel. And Jim Rohn was speaking that day. And I went to that training, and I can remember like it was yesterday. The thing was starting at 9 a.m. I got there at 6 a.m. thinking that it was going to be like, I figured it was going to be, I was going to be in the back, right? I was all mad at my buddy Todd who went with me. I'm like, man, we're late. We show up at 6 a.m. Nobody's there. Like nobody, even the people that are working there aren't even there. Like meaning like the people that are setting up the event. And I can tell you right now, I walked into that event and it absolutely changed my life. It changed my life. And I've done this training hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, if not over 1,000 times. Probably not 1,000 times, but hundreds of times, probably mid 500, 600s. It'd be interesting to find out how many times I've done. I've done this training so many times. And the reason being is because it really helps so many people, not just with their business, but with their life. You know, I do this with my son. I do it with his buddy, our other son, Elijah. I just do it with anybody I can find to help with this because it's about setting up your life. And I'm a big believer in goals. And I can remember, and I know a lot of you are professionals, a lot of you are successful already. So you grew up having goals, right? You had parents that helped you set goals and plan and all that. I didn't have anything like that, right? So I always thought goals were for like, the smart people. You know what I mean? Like the ASB president, not for guys like me. Look, this is what I look like when I got involved in network marketing. So you can picture a guy like this, he's off track, right? I was sober very, very few times, right? I was just partying all the time, wasn't serious about life. And then I went to that goal setting workshop and my life changed forever. So I want to share with you that same training. But before I do, I'm going to share with you a little bit about goals, okay? This is some facts about goals. In 1979, interviewers asked graduates from Harvard MBA program, and they found out that 84% had no specific goal at all. So this is Harvard grads, like MBA program. 84% have a goal at all. 13% had a goal, but were not committed on paper. So I had a goal, but more in mind. And then 3% had a clear written goal and plans to accomplish it. Listen to what I'm telling you, okay? This is why. This is what happens to these people. In 1989, guess what? In 1989, interviewers, this is in a book that's called What They Don't Teach You at the Harvard School of Business, okay? This is a book by Mark McCormick, okay? I read this book a long time ago. And this is what it says. In 1989, the interviewers again interviewed the same graduates from that class, and you can guess the results. The 13% of the people, okay, that had a goal, that had goals, were earning on average twice as much as the 84% of the people that didn't have a goal at all. That's wild, okay? But listen to this. The 3% who had a clear goal, had a clear written goal, were earning on average 10 times as much as the other 97 put together. If that doesn't make you become a believer in goals, just hang on, okay? This is from Brian Tracy's got a book called Goals, right? In myth 1, I already have goals. I don't need to set any, okay? People who say that, okay, about their goals, their goals are like this. I want to be rich, or I want to be thin, or I want to be happy, I want to be successful, and to live their dreams. These are not goals. These are wishes and fantasies common to all mankind. A goal is like a beautiful home, carefully designed, revised continuously, and upgraded regularly and worked on constantly, okay? If it's not in writing, it's merely a dream or a wish or a vague objective, right? With no energy behind it. We've got to write down our goals. Myth number 2 about goals, right? From Brian Tracy's book. I don't need goals. I'm doing fine. Okay, living your life without goals and objective is like setting off across an unknown territory with no road signs, no road maps, no direction. You're just like, I'm gonna go over there, and you just start going. I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? You have no choice but to make it up as you go along, right? Reacting and responding to whatever happens and hoping for the best, right? If you're doing well today without a written goal and a plan, you could probably be doing many times better in the future if you had clear targets to aim at and the ability to measure your progress as you go along. It is vital to have goal setting objectives. I'm telling you right now, myth number 3, this is going on right now. I can't believe I'm giving you this training. Wow, this is great. I don't need a written goal. Okay, I've got them in my mind. The average stream of consciousness includes about 1,500 thoughts a minute. Okay, 1,500 thoughts a minute. If your goal are only in your mind, it's invariably jumbled up, vague, confused, contradictory, and deficient in many ways, right? They offer no clarity and give no motive or power. You become like a ship without a rudder, drifting with the tides, crashing into the rocks inevitably, and never really fulfilling your true potential. Wow, got to write your goals down. Watch this. This is powerful. Myth number 4, I don't know how to set goals. You can receive a master's degree at a leading university and never receive a single hour of instruction on goal setting and achieving. Fortunately, setting goals is a skill, just like time management, teaching, selling, managing, or anything else that becomes highly productive and that you can become a highly productive and efficient person. As all skills are learnable, you can learn how to set goals, okay? And I'm going to teach you today. You can learn the skill of goal setting by practice and repetition until it becomes as easy, as automatic as breathing. And from the very first day you begin setting goals, your progress that you will make and the successes you will enjoy will astonish you. It will absolutely astonish you. Myth number 5, goals don't work. Life's too unpredictable. When a plane takes off to a distant city, right, it'll be off course 99% of the time. The complexity of avionics, right, and the skill of the pilots are focused on continual course corrections. It's the same with life. When you have a clear long-term goal with specific plans to achieving it, you might have to change course many times, but you'll eventually arrive at your destination of health, wealth, and greatness. I'm telling you, goal setting is legit. How do you set a goal? How to turn dreams into a reality. A dream plus a deadline becomes a goal. Okay, a goal with a plan becomes reality. That's absolutely the way that it works. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of thing. It's called SMART goals, right? Number 1, right? It's specific. Okay, if somebody says, "Hey, man, you know what? When it comes to specific, right? You know what you want to accomplish. Vague goals equate to vague results. Goals must be furnished with detailed description of what, when, where, and how. Okay, a vague goal. I want to get rich, right? But I'm going to commit to every Riman event, at Riman National and Riman Zoom calls as a result of working hard and making $20,000 a month in the next 12 months time frame. That's a specific goal. Let me give you a measurable one. You can assess your progress, right? Goals which cannot be measured cannot be managed. Your goal is measurable. This is SMART goals, SMART. Measurable is M, right? Anyone can tell you at the end of your goal is measurable. If anybody can tell you at the end of your deadline whether you accomplish it or you complete it or not, right? I want to be successful. That is very vague, right? That's not measurable, right? I'll commit to every Riman Regional, National, Riman Zoom calls. As a result of working hard, I will have in my savings account at least $500,000 in the next 5 years from this date. Measurable, right? I'm just giving you ideas, but I'm talking about measurable. Attainable goals. This is a good one, right? Your goals must be within the reach of your present situation. High goals that stretch you are okay, but high and realistic goals are better. Unattainable goals cannot motivate you. Easy goals, on the other hand, cannot challenge you. Thus, right, they do not contribute to your overall growth, right? I want to be a millionaire in the next 3 months in Riman. Okay, that's a lot on it. Okay, that's a little bit. Come on, let's get more. Let's be a little bit more attainable, right? I'll commit to every event, right? Every Zoom call, and then as a result of working hard and sharing Riman, I'm going to become a Riman, 7-figure earner in the next 3 years, right? That's more attainable, right? It's more attainable, right? So it's a progress, right? Let's talk about relevant, right? Goals need to be parallel to your purpose in life. Relevant goals are a sure way to direct your efforts for attaining something that is concentrated to whom you are as a person, right? Goals are simply instruments to accomplishing one's mission or purpose in life. Let me give you an example. A vague goal. Within a year, I want to become a leader with a large set of money at my disposal, right? That's very vague. SMART goal, right? We're talking about relevant here. I will commit to every Riman event as a result of working hard. I will at the end of the I will work hard. By the end of the year, I will become a top national director in Riman who will sponsor 5 other leaders that will become 6-figure earners. That's relevant, baby, right there. I like that goal. So let's talk about time-sensitive goals. Goals need to have deadlines. A goal free from time element is susceptible to procrastination? Let's talk about it, right? I'll do three-way calls and sit downs and K pop-ups. That's just vague. I'm gonna do that, right? How about I'm gonna start. I will start to do 10 three-way calls, 2 sit downs, and 1 K pop-up starting at 3 p.m. today and finish by 10 p.m. this evening, right? That's more time sensitive. So it's all about having urgency and having goals that are going to drive you to take action. So let's jump into this training right now. Yeah, hopefully by now you guys are pumped on goals, because I'm telling you, this is what revolutionized my life, man. I'm like, I love achieving things. It's because of who you become in the process of what you want, right? So 4 facts on setting goals that I want you to be able to keep in mind. The promise of the future is an awesome force, right? The promise of the future is an awesome force, right? You gotta make sure that that you have that the future has a strong pull on you, right? Reasons make the difference on how your life works out, right? We all know if we can come up with enough reasons, we can revolutionize our life. But if we're short on reasons, we're going to be short on answers. Okay, dreams and goals become magnets, right? The stronger your goal, the stronger the pull is on your life. That makes me fired up right there. Okay, dreams and goals become magnets. The stronger the goal, the stronger the pull is on your life. Man, I'm getting so excited right now. I'm so pumped up about this training. So let's talk about it, okay? I need you guys to participate on this, right? If we were in a group setting, I can make sure that everybody's doing it by having everybody stand up as soon as they've done it, right? But I just need you guys to play, like, just participate. Trust me, this is not just for you. This is for your family. This is for your everybody, right? This is for you, everybody. So let's take this seriously. And if you don't have time to finish all these things today, just write down what they are. I mean, on this call, come back to it. But give yourself credit for the past before you go to the work on the future. Write down 5 things you've already accomplished that you're proud of. This was taught to me, and Jim Rohn taught me this in 1996. And I'm telling you right now, this is a formula, recipe for success. Give yourself credit for the past before you go to work on the future. Write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just write down on a piece of paper, what 5 things have you already accomplished that you're proud of? This is your list. You're not going to post this on social media, right? This is for you, but it's really for you to get your brain thinking, right? What 5 things have you already accomplished that you're proud of? And some of you, man, boom, this is easy. Some of you, it's a challenge, right? For me, it was super challenging. I mean, I was like, I got a 3rd place ribbon in 7th grade. I put that on my list. It was ridiculous, right? But guess what? I put it on my list, and I just put 5 things on there, and they were not big things, but you've got to give yourself credit for the past before you go to the work on the future. So once you've got your 5, do me a favor in the comment section, just put the number 5 so we know how we're doing. Let's get after it, you guys. Man, I'm getting fired up right now. I love this goal setting workshop. Once you got your 5, give yourself credit for the past, for the go to work on the future. What 5 things have you already accomplished you're proud of, right? And some of you guys have got those knocked out. Some of you are working on them still. We're going to move forward. Come back to it once we go forward. Now, this is my favorite part of the exercise. Designing the next 10 years of your life. Don't think about what you think you can achieve, but think about what you want if everything came together for you. God, this is getting me excited. What do you want in the next 10 years? Okay, what do you want in the next 10 years? Think about it. Next 10 years, places you want to travel, things for other people, right? You could probably write down probably 20 places you want to travel, right? If you really think about it. So what I need you to do is write down 1 to 50. 1 to 50 on a piece of paper and just start writing. 1 to 50. Okay, 1 to 50. Write down 1 to 50 and just start going through it. And what you want to do is just basically write down on your list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down to 50. And trust me, we're going to do this together. Okay. So designing the next 10 years of your life. Okay. Think about what you can, if everything came together for you. What do you want in the next 10 years? Places that you would like to travel. Think about places you'd like to see, right? Cabo, for sure. Put Cabo on your list. That's a no-brainer. Things for other people, benevolence goals, man. I'm telling you what, that's huge, right? Things you'd like to, maybe projects you'd like to support. Maybe you want to help find a cure for a disease, or you want to be able to, help out, people with challenges, disabilities, battered women, battered kids, I mean, just think about things that you want to do for other people, right? Think about, I mean, we could probably write a list of 50 of those things, right? But write a list of 50. Everybody help me out with this, okay? Fitness goals, right? Fitness goals. Maybe you want to get more physically fit, right? You want to maybe lose some pounds. You want to get and instead of saying lose, 20 pounds, just put an ideal weight, right? Be positive as opposed to what you want to lose is my thought process, how much I want to weigh. or whatever it might be. But watches, maybe boats. And I know some of you are not very materialistic, like literally, that's like not me at all. Like, watches, boats, clothes, planes, real estate that you want to have. Maybe you want to buy a helicopter, right? Just buy a helicopter, right? Clothes, right? Boats. Maybe you want to get a jet ski, right? Maybe you want to buy a jet ski. I wrote this on my list, jet ski. And sure enough, I crashed a buddy's jet ski and had to buy him a new one. So it went on my list, and I got to be more specific next time. But that was on my birthday in Hawaii. Oh God, that's a fun story. Real estate, right? Cars, maybe some houses you want to buy. Where would you like to have real estate at? I know Christy Bellison's on here. Her and Ryan, Princeville. We already got it locked down, right? We already know. Cars that you want to get. Maybe you want to get a car, right? A certain car or cars. Or maybe you want to buy a car for your husband or buy a car for your wife or buy a car for your kids. Projects you'd like to support, okay? Projects you'd like to support. Okay. Positions in Riman, right? Maybe you should write down, obviously, if you're not a manager, write down manager, right? Sound senior manager, write down, team leader. Let's go director, senior director, national director. Write down some positions in Riman that you want to get, skills you want to acquire. That was a big one for me, right? I put down skills. I wanted to be able to I had different people. This guy was the best in the company at doing this. I wanted to be able to learn from him, right? And this guy was over here, was the best at presenting. I want to be better than him, right? And I had all these people that I was like, I want to be able to acquire this skill set. I want to learn how to close. I want to learn how to do a presentation. I want to learn how to get customers. Maybe you want to think about how many customers you like to get in Riman, right? Maybe you want to get 40 customers in a month, right? And boom, maybe this month, who knows, right? 40 customers in a month, right? Maybe that would be awesome. Maybe you want to get an iPad 10, right? Qualify for the iPad 10. They're giving away. Might as well be you. Right? They're going to be giving them away. I know there's a lot of people in this call are going to get them. Why not you? Right? You could get it too. Just decide. So think about skills that you want to acquire. Maybe you want to get a certain amount of customers. Maybe you want to get recruit maybe 20 people, or maybe you want to have, like, my goal right now is 20 director legs, right? That's what my goal is. I want to have 20 director legs in the next 12 months, right? So I've got my goals of what I want to achieve in Riman, right? I want to make $1 million a month in Riman. Right? It's like, set a goal. Somebody goes, well, that's ridiculous. You don't set the goal for getting it. You set the goal for what you have to do to achieve it, right? It's not the receiving that's important. It's the striving that's important. That's why you go for it all. You don't do it because of a materialistic things like, oh, I've got to have this nice car or whatever. You just do it to go for it, to see if you can accomplish it. And sometimes you'll go for stuff and then you end up not wanting it. You'll get close, but it'll get you out of your comfort zone. Right? Whatever it is. Maybe you want to get a limousine. Somebody goes, I don't need all that, Tim. It's not about need. You understand? It's not about need, because if you don't need much, you don't need to become much. You guys see that? It's not what you need. It's not necessity. It's objective, because it's the striving part. That's what's the key. So write down everything that you want to accomplish. If everything came together for you, right? What would you want your life to look like? Places you want to travel, write some of those down. Maybe you want to go have a dinner with a certain actor, actress, or, a sports hero. Or maybe you want to play basketball one-on-one with Michael Jordan. Maybe you want to get in a boxing ring with Mike Tyson, right? Or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. You want to go play football, catch with your favorite football player. You want to, maybe you're into soccer, or maybe you're into swimming, or you want to go to dinner with a certain, actress that you think she's just so cool and you've always looked up to her movies or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just write some things that are going to make you reach, make you stretch, make you change, make you grow. That's the magic. Maybe you want to go to the Country Music Awards, or maybe you want to go to the Oscars or the Grammys or the Emmys or one of these award things. Maybe you want to go to the Super Bowl, or maybe you want to whatever. Maybe you want to take your kids on a vacation around the world. Maybe you want to I remember taking my kids on a Disney cruise. That drove me, man. When my two younger ones were, man, that drove me. Find out what's going to make you go. Don't write these goals down based upon what you think you can get, guys. I'm telling you, there's no reason why that I've been able to have this success in my life. It's not, but I went for it. And I'm telling you, I haven't even started yet. But from where I started, from being I was homeless when I got involved in network marketing. Do you guys understand that? And I got involved in this industry and became wealthy. And I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm telling you because I set the dang goals. I know this is hard for you. Some of you are, God, I don't want to do this, Tim. I don't want to set goals. I don't want to let myself down. That's what I used to say. but I know I can achieve anything if I write it down. I can do anything if I set my mind to it. You can too. You can do it, but you got to write it down. You've got to start somewhere. God dang it, I'm getting emotional. I didn't want to do that, but just write a goal. Set 50, and once you got 50, just put a 5 in the comment section, you guys. Once we know that, I know this is hard for some of you guys, mainly if you have never done something like this before. But I'm telling you, you more you do it, the better you'll get at it. But set the kind of goals that are going to make something of you to achieve them. And I'll talk about that in a second. But now what we do is this: out of your 50, you want to write down next to each one. And if you're still working on your list of 50, just relax. Okay, you can move forward to this and come back to that after this training's over. Okay, because I've got to make sure that I end on time, no matter what tonight. Okay, so how many 1s, 3s, 5s, or 10s? What does that mean? Write down next to each one. How many years is it? Is it a 1-year goal? Is it a 3-year goal? Is it a 5-year goal? Is it a 10-year goal? You don't have to be exact, but just write down a 1, 3, 5, or 10 next to each one. If it's like a 20-year goal or something, out there, just write 10 plus, right? If it's like a 1-month goal and you're like, man, I want to qualify for that iPad, right? Or whatever. Maybe you want to sponsor your first person. Like, guys, that's where it all starts. You can have a goal to make $5,000 a month, and then you can have a goal to make $10,000 a month. You can have a goal to make $30,000 a month, whatever. And I know some of you are like, Tim, I'm not in it for the money. I'm telling you, it's not about the money. It's about the achievement, the skills that you have to learn, the behavior, the disciplines, the focus, helping other people achieve their goals. I mean, that's what it's about. So how many 1-year goals do you have? How many 3-year goals do you have? How many 5s, how many 10s? And just write a 1, 3, 5, or 10. It doesn't have to be exact. This is not like it's not like a school situation where you're going to get like in trouble if you don't do it right. Just put down 1, 3, 5, or 10. And then the reason why you want to say, then you calculate how many 1s, how many 3s, how many 5s, and how many 10s. So how many of those, if you have a lot of 1-year goals and not a lot of 10-year goals, I can tell you how you're going to approach Riman. If you have a lot of 10-year goals and not a lot of 1-year goals, I can tell you how you're going to approach Riman. Okay. Why? Because this is how I was. I had a very limited vision. So I had a lot of 1-year goals, but I didn't have a lot of 10-year goals. So I was the type of guy, my mentality would have been a guy that would have just came out and ran real hard and then given up. Right. So I had to learn how to have 1s, 3s, 5s, and 10s. Now, when I do this goal setting exercise, I have a very nice balance of all of them. But at the beginning, it was literally my 50 goals. It was like all of them were 1-year goals, right? It was like run. So I had to learn how to set 10s. So if you have a lot of 10-year goals, but not a lot of 1-year goals, you're like, man, I'm in it forever, but you might not necessarily take action now. So you want to have a wide variety of 1s, 3s, 5s, and 10s. And you know that already by engaging in this exercise, but realize you can do this anytime you want. Do this with your kids. Trust me, I'm telling you, I do this with my kids. I used to take my son, my oldest son, 27-year-old son, and when he was in high school, we would go out to every weekend we would go out to dinner and we would just talk about his goals. Where's he at with this one? Where's he at with this one? Where's he at with this one? It's just important to help your kids with their goals, right? Help your grandkids with their goals, whatever you've got you're working with. So what are the most important 4-year goals? Okay, this is the most important part. When you look at that list of 4, just look at your list of goals, your list of 50. And what I want you to do right now is put a star next to your top 4. Right? These are the 4 most important goals. Jim Rohn says these are the ones that will really do it for you. Right? These are the ones that will really do it for you. The 4 most important 1-year goals. Just put maybe you're like, boom, right? I got to get this done no matter what, right? No matter what, right? Maybe it's become a director, maybe it's become team leader, right? Or maybe it's, I've got it, whatever it is your goal is, just write it down and put a star next to it, right? Maybe it's you want to get 100 customers, right? Maybe you want to get, whatever your goal is, it doesn't matter. What are your 4 most important 1-year goals? Maybe you want to retire, your husband, or retire your wife, or you want to, pay for your kids' college, or you want to, pay for your kid's wedding, or maybe whatever it is. Just write down what are the 4 most important 1-year goals. What are the 4 most important? These are the ones that are so important. Maybe it's health goals, fitness goals, whatever, but just write down what are the 4 most important 1-year goals for you. Okay. And once we go, now we're going to talk about this. This is the most important part. Why are these 4 goals important to you? So what you want to do is the why. Okay. The purpose is stronger than object. Okay. Always keep in mind when the why gets strong, the how gets easy. So when you look at these 4 goals, just take goal number 1, like one of your goals. Let's say this goal is this, whatever it is. Take that goal and say, why is it important? It's the why. It's not the what. It's the why you want the what you want. right? The why is going to be your bridge over troubled waters. Your why is what's going to hang on to when you're going to feel like nobody's listening to you, when you feel like your organization doesn't want to work, or you feel like you can't get customers to call you back, or you're going to run into challenges in life. In life, whatever it is, doesn't matter about Riman. It's this freaking life, man. Life is a series of ups and downs, peaks and valleys. I mean, that's what life is. After expansion comes recession. After recession comes expansion. After night comes day. After day comes night. This is just life. This is just straight up life stuff. So you're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad months. You're going to have good months. You're going to have bad years. You're going to have good. This is just life, right? But your why is what's going to be your bridge over troubled waters. The why is going to get you up when you just got punched in the face by life and you're down on the mat and they're counting 1, 2, 3, and you can't feel like you can't get up. You're like, I can't do it. Your why is what's going to get you up. Okay, so you've got to figure out, why are these goals important to you? If you're like, man, I'm ready to retire my husband, and you're like, I want to retire my husband because I know it'll add years to his life. It'll add, man, boom. Or I want to get a house. I want to get a cabin in the mountains, right? What is your goal? You've got to have a reason. What's going to motivate you? Your why is purpose is stronger than object. It's why you want what you want. So write down next to these goals why they're so important to you. So take each individual goal and write down why they are important to you. This is what's the most important part of goal setting, right? Is understanding your why. Why do you want it? You know, majority of the time when you ask people their why, what's your why? They always tell you their what. It's not what you want. It's why you want what you want, right? Why do you want to do it? Like, why do you want to be a director? Why do you want to be a national director, senior director, whatever, team leader? Why do you want to do it? Oh, the money, Tim, stop. It's the feeling knowing that you did it, right? It's like you did it. You had that doubt. People doubted you. People told you couldn't do it, that these things don't work. What makes you think you can make it happen? And you stepped up and you did it anyways. How does that feel? How's that feeling, man? I'm telling you, that's what motivated me. This company I worked for in 96 that I got started, and they were giving out Mercedes Benzes. And I told my teacher, I'm going to get a Mercedes Benz. And Miss Mitchell laughed at me. She says, there's no way. You're the worst kid I've ever had in my class. You made me cry. You've gotten in trouble with all 3 of my sons, one at work, one on the football field, and one at a party. She's like, you're just a terrible kid, Tim. This is what my Miss Mitchell told me. She says, you know what? You're pretty excited. You might make a little bit of money, but you'll never get that Mercedes. And I'm telling you, it went on my list. I put ESMM, and I'm not going to talk to you guys much about that. I'll tell you guys that other story some other time. But I'm telling you, every day when I felt like my friends weren't listening, when I felt like I couldn't get people to respond, when I felt like giving up, when I felt like I couldn't do it, I remember ESMM. I couldn't let Miss Mitchell be right. I had to do it. And once I accomplished my goal and I got that Mercedes Benz from the company, I went to see her, and I realized at that moment, it wasn't about proving her wrong. It was about proving me right. So revenge went on my list. There's people that told me I couldn't do it. They went on my list. Getting negative people to be quiet. But what I'm telling you is, find out what your purpose is. The purpose is the stronger than the why. It's stronger than the what. It's not what you want. It's the purpose of why you want it. So get a clear picture on why these goals are so important to you. And if you got to come back to this, come back to it. I don't want to push you like, oh, we got to get it done right now. But I'm going to go through this next part, because this is the most important part of this achievement. This is the most important part. Step 6. What you become in the process of what you want is the most valuable part of achievement. Let me explain it to you guys. Let me say it again. What you become in the pursuit of what you want is the most valuable part of achievement. Okay. Set a goal on what you want to become. Okay. What do you want to become? Because what you achieve will help you to become, and what you become will help you to achieve. So write a descriptive, this is key. Write a descriptive paragraph describing what kind of person must I become to achieve all that I want. Think about this. And I'm telling you, start it now, but come back to this one. Okay, start it now, but come back, because this is the most important thing, man. Is writing a descriptive paragraph of what you think about. What kind of person must you become to achieve all that you want? What type of person must you be? See, this is going to get you to have a better vision of yourself, a better picture of who you can be. Because who you are right now is not the person you're going to be when you achieve all the goals that you want. You're going to transform. You're going to learn new skills. You're going to learn new behavior. You're going to learn new disciplines. You're going to learn new focus. You're going to learn better self-talk for some of you, right? Some of you guys, the self-talk, I just hear the way you talk to me sometimes. I'm like, man, how do you talk to yourself? Like you got to be your number one cheerleader, man. You got to know without a shadow of a doubt in your mind you can do it. You got to get to that point where nothing can stop you over, under, through, man. This is my life. This isn't a dress rehearsal. That's where I'm at. This is it, right? This is literally it. Like, this is our chance to do something great. So write a descriptive paragraph of who you got to become. Maybe your focus. Maybe you've got to overcome fear. Maybe I'm scared, Tim, to talk to people. I'm scared to do a home party. I'm scared to make a reel, or I'm scared to call my friends, or I'm scared, whatever. Stop, guys. Get over it. You've got to be fearless, man. Be the type, think about it. Write a descriptive paragraph. Achieving all that you want. Who do you got to become? Who do you got to become? Think about it. To achieve all that you want in life. You can do anything. If I can do it, guys, I'm telling you, you can do it. You guys saw that picture of me on day one, man. I was a knucklehead. You've got to decide right now, this is it, right? Who must I become to achieve all that I want? Visualize who that person is. Maybe time management skills. Maybe integrity to your commitment. When you say you're going to do something, right? Having a clear correspondence between your words and your deeds, right? When I say I'm going to do something, it's done. Maybe that's what you got to work on. Maybe you let yourself off the hook too easy, right? My mentor said, Tim, when you're hard on yourself, life will be easy on you. But if you're easy on yourself, life will be hard on you. So that's what I had to do. I'm really hard on myself. I don't give myself an out. I don't give myself a, oh man, I'm tired or what. I just do it. I go for it. And you got to get to that point in your life where it's like, look, what you got to get a vision of who you want to be. So write a descriptive paragraph describing what kind of person must I become to achieve all that I want. What type of person must I become to achieve all that I want? Discipline, focus, right? All those things that it takes to achieve all that you want. Write a descriptive paragraph. This is the most important part, step number 6. This is by far the most important part of goal achievement, is getting a clear picture, because who you are right now today is not going to be the same person that you're going to be when you achieve all that you want. You're going to grow, you're going to stretch, you're going to change, you're going to become better, you're going to become more confident, right? You're going to start to believe in yourself more. You're going to be able to develop leaders more. You just got to get a clear picture of who you are today is not the same person that you're going to be. It's like Optimus Prime, dude. That guy was a freaking, that dude was like literally just a truck. You know what I mean? Like, he was a big diesel, and then he transformed into Optimus Prime. Like, we got to transform you. Think about a butterfly. Like, a butterfly was a caterpillar. I heard my partner Chris talking about that the other day. We had a meeting, and he's talking about butterflies. Butterflies were caterpillars. I was like, damn, I never thought about that. Can you imagine you're just a caterpillar and you're like, damn, I mean, caterpillars probably are kind of feeling bad about themselves, right? You know what I mean? They didn't believe in themselves, right? And then next thing you know, they did a goal setting workshop, turned into a butterfly, right? So here we go. So hopefully you guys spend some time on this one. Hope everybody takes out some time. Each and every one of you take some time on this one. God, now we got to do the rocking chair test. This one's going to get me. You got to reach into the future for inspiration, right? The rocking chair test, right? This is, to me, is my favorite part of this, man, but it's tough. It's tough. And you don't have to take notes right now. You can just kind of sit here and absorb this real quickly. But this is called the rocking chair test, okay? And let me share with you what the rocking chair test is having the ability to be able to reach into the future for inspiration, okay? Reach into the future for inspiration. So I want you to visualize you're on your rocking chair, right? And let's go through it. Close your eyes. This is the rocking chair test. Close your eyes and visualize you're in the future and you're sitting there on a rocking chair, okay? And I want you to imagine you look back and you accomplished all of your goals, man. You're sitting in that rocking chair, you're looking back and you're like, man, I did it. I did it. I went for it. I made it happen. Visualize that feeling of how you are on your rocking chair, looking back on your life, say, man, you know what? I did it. I went for it all. That feeling that you get, that, you know what? I made it happen. I didn't let fear stop me. I didn't let that negative self-talk creep in. I went for it all. I did it all. I didn't let anything stop me. Didn't let anything slow me down. I went for it, man. I gave it everything that I got and I accomplished it. And you look back on your life and I want you to get that feeling in your heart, that feeling of gratitude. And you're so proud of yourself, man. You're just like, dang, I did it. I went for it all. I did it. Just think about you there right now. You gave it everything you got. You accomplished your goal. Now come back to reality. Now we're here right now. Now imagine, how did that feel? Accomplishing all your goals. How did it feel? How did you feel reaching into the future for inspiration? Now I want you to go back to that rocking chair. And I want you to imagine that you didn't do it, that you didn't go for it. You let negativity stop you. You let self-talk stop you. You let doubt creep in. You talked yourself out of it. Oh, it's too hard. And you didn't give it everything that you got. And you're looking back on your life, and how do I want you to know how you feel? Think about how your life looks. And you're just like, man, I could just do it all over again, man. I would give it everything that I got. And now stop for a second, you guys, and come back. Now ask yourself, how would you rather feel? How would you rather feel? Would you rather feel that accomplishment, that I did it, that I accomplished it, that I went for it, that I changed, that I stretched, that I grew, that I developed the skills, that I made it happen, that I went for it, that I did it, I gave it everything that I got, I made it happen? Or would you rather look back with regret and say that I didn't go all out? You got to ask yourself, how are you going to feel in the future? You're going to feel one of two ways. You're either going to go for it all and accomplish it all, you're going to look back with regret. So this to me is important when it comes to goal setting, is reach into the future for inspiration and have that ability to be able to know without a shadow of a doubt in your mind, hey, I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to make it happen. Yeah, there's going to be some days that are not going to be the best days ever. There's going to be days that are going to be challenging. There's going to be obstacles. That's what makes life interesting. If you took a football, and if you guys that are football fans, if you ran out on a football field and you grabbed the football and you ran 100 yards and you ran into the end zone and started dancing, people would call security because there's nobody out there trying to attack you, so there's no reason to celebrate. But then when there's 11 other people out there that are trying to rip your head off, when you get in that end zone, maybe you might celebrate a little bit. But it's the challenges that makes life worth living. It's the setbacks that makes life worth living. It's those days when you don't think you can do it and you pull yourself out of it and you go and you get going one step at a time. And I'll tell you a story, you guys, as I wrap this thing up here tonight. There's a story about, some of you guys have heard me say this story before, so I apologize if you ever heard it. Maybe I say it better this time. But there was a farmer that had this donkey, and his daughter loved this donkey. She named the donkey. She went out and saw it every day. And one day they went out there and they couldn't find the donkey. And they were looking all over for the donkey. And him and his daughter were looking all over the farm for their donkey. And they climbed up on the hill and they had this well. And they got closer to the well and they noticed one of the bricks on the top was knocked over. And they looked in the well and the donkey had fell in the well. So he's like, I cannot believe this happened. This donkey, my daughter is hysterical. She's crying. This is her best friend. She loves this donkey. She said, go in the house, baby. I'm going to get this donkey out. So, the daughter goes into the house and the farmer, he calls up some of his buddies. Like, man, you got to come help me with this donkey, dude. My donkey just fell in the well. And they're throwing in ropes in there, trying to pull this donkey up. And they can't get the rope around the donkey. They get around his neck. They're like, oh, we're going to kill him if we pull him up by his neck. How are we going to get him out? They pull, they're trying to everything they can. And finally they run out of options. And they say, man, this is going to devastate my daughter. I don't know what to do. But he's like, I got to put this donkey out of his misery. So he grabbed some shovels and they started to bury the donkey. And every time they would throw dirt on that donkey, that dirt would hit that donkey's back. And guess what he would do? He would shake it off and step up. So they just kept trying to throw dirt on that donkey. And every time they hit the donkey with dirt, the donkey would shake it off and step up. They would throw more dirt. He would shake it off and step up. And they would throw more dirt. He would shake it off and step up. And they would throw more dirt. He would shake it off and step up. And they kept throwing dirt on him until that well filled up with dirt. And that donkey was able to walk out. Sometimes you're going to feel like that donkey, that life's just throwing dirt on you. But you got to have that ability to shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. Because you got to get a vision of your future. You got to know that you can make it happen. You got to know that you can win. You got to believe that this is your time and your chance, that nothing can get in your way. That over, under, through, hey, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to set forth the most moment right now that's going to change my life. And every day I'm going to get after, and every day I'm going to get out of my comfort zone, and every day I'm going to step up, and I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to win big. I'm going to be a success. God dang it, I'm getting fired up right now. Woo, man. So here it is. As soon as you accomplish a goal, replace it with a new goal to achieve. Don't fall prey to the destination disease. The destination disease is once you've accomplished a goal, you've arrived. So as soon as you accomplish a goal, celebrate for a minute and then replace it with a new goal. Okay. As how much did you earn? Earn as much as you can. How much did you accomplish? Accomplish all that you can. How much should you do? Do all that you can. Give it everything you got. This is your life. It's not a dress rehearsal. It's not a scrimmage. This is it. This is our time. This is our chance, you guys. So let's have a call to action right now and let's wrap this thing up here right now. First thing is this, right? Want to have 5 guests on the Saturday and Monday opportunity overviews, man. Let's go. What are we waiting for, man? This is our life, our chance. Well, I'm scared, Tim. Guess what? Doesn't matter if you're scared. Do it scared. It doesn't matter. Let's go. This is it, baby. Let's change our life for the better, man. Let's get going. Let's go all out. I'm telling you, you can do it. I'm telling you this. Listen to this, you guys. Look, you never know who you're talking to. The #1 team leader in the entire company last month had never been in network marketing until like 4 months ago when she signed up in Riman. Never even done network marketing in her life. First time getting involved in the industry. True story, right? I was there when she got started. And I'm telling you what, I'm like, to see where she's at now, woo, I'm telling you, but it's the same thing. You don't ever know. Every time you introduce a guest this opportunity, it's like opening up a Christmas gift. You have no idea. You have no idea what that person's going to do. But if you don't see them accomplishing much, they're not going to do much. You say, oh, I'm just inviting guests to invite guests. I'm just inviting guests. I'm putting guests on these Zooms and put guests in these Zooms. No, you're doing it because you're looking for those leaders, man. You're looking for those aces. You're looking for 4 aces in a deck of 52 cards. So we're just flipping. We're looking for the leaders, man. We're looking for the people that are looking for this opportunity, looking for the people that are ready to step up. They're out there. I promise you. You just got to identify them and find them. Let's go. I'm getting fired up right now. Qualify for the Cabo retreat right now. Let's do it. There's still, I think there's 60 or 70 spots available right now. Let's go. Let's wrap it up, man. Some of you are close. Let's wrap it up. Let's give it everything that we got right now, right? And obviously get qualified for the Recruit One and have some fun promo. This is it, man. Get qualified ASAP. Make a commitment in your mind and your heart, no matter what. In the next 48 hours, you're going to recruit one person. Get qualified now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Why? Because you need to make sure that you can lead by example, showing your people that, look, I did it, so you can do it. I made it happen, so you can make it happen. So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to wrap this thing up here right now. I just want to tell you, hopefully today, somebody on this call is ready to change your life. I'm telling you guys, I have no idea. I don't know what you're going through right now. I know some of you have got challenges. You've got setbacks. I know some of you are going through some hard ones. I know some of you guys know our good friend Chip that we just lost. I'm just telling you guys, I know some of you guys are going through hardship. You're going through challenges. You're going through obstacles, but I'm telling you what, that's what makes it so sweet when you get there. My mentor is like, it's blood, sweat, and tears for a reason. He said, the blood's going to come, Tim, because there's going to be days where you're going to want to kill me. He goes, the sweat's going to come from those days where you work your butt off, man, and you're tired beyond imagination. And he said, those days, those tears are going to come from those days where you just don't feel like it, but you get up and you make it happen.
You got to want it so bad. I want it so bad for each and every one of you guys. I want you to have success. I want you to win big, but it's up to you. You've got to decide right now. This is my time. This is my chance. You got to give it everything that you got, man. We're going to open up 40 countries in the next, think about this, 40 countries in the next 5 years. This thing's going to grow like wildfire, man. And we're just getting started. And I'm excited about all these countries, but guess what? I'm also excited about Indianapolis. There's not even a team leader in Indianapolis. You guys get what I'm saying? This thing is wide open right now, all across the United States. Right now is our time. This is our chance, man. I appreciate all of your time. Let's give it everything that we got. Let's go all out, man. This is 2025, man. This is the best year to be alive. Let's give it everything that we got. Every chance that we have, every moment that we got, let's do it. Let's go for it, man. I'm so excited right now. I'm so fired up. We're going to make this thing happen together. God bless you guys. Thank you so much, man. I'm hoping you guys fired up like I am. Let's make it happen. Let's go all out massive action. Let's make this the best year ever. Can't wait to hang out with everybody in Cabo. Get qualified for Cabo. We're going to party hard. Thanks, everybody.